Hello, this is Devin Roy. In this video, we're going to talk about how President Trump is manipulating the stock market for personal gain. So, I came up with this idea because I was frustrated with the stock market. The trade wars kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then I wondered, what if it was deliberate? Like, what if President Trump is deliberately scheduling his meetings, tweeting all this good news and then bad news and then good news and then bad news because he had something to gain from it? The first friend said, "So you think Trump's some kind of evil genius?" And I was like, no. And the other friend was like, whoa, that could actually work. He could be doing that. I would not be surprised. And the barista was like, that's good, but you should do a YouTube video about it. So for anyone who's not sure or has never heard of an opportunist or maybe thinks they know what it is, but you're wrong, because that could happen. An opportunist is someone who takes advantage of a situation regardless of its moral or ethical implications. So I was looking for examples on this, and I stumbled upon a graphic that said, "Dear pessimist, optimist, and realist, while you were arguing about whose glass of water that was, I drank it. Signed, the opportunist." I think Trump could be manipulating the stock market for personal gain. No, I don't think he's some type of evil genius. I think both evil and genius are a little bit... he doesn't quite live up to either one of those, depending on the situation. So he's a specialist for sure, but that doesn't make him a genius. And people often doubt his morality, but that doesn't mean he's evil. I think he stumbled upon this. I think he knows the relationship with the stock market just so happens to benefit him in two ways. And I'll go over those two ways. Whether it goes sideways, that's flat, or just kind of has a lot of chatter, or if it goes up, he can make money either way. And in fact, I think he likes doing both. When the trade wars happened, he's got a lot of plausible deniability. He's wanted to do the trade wars for a very long time, probably as far back as the 80s or 90s. He's been talking about Chinese imports being a huge problem. He's very much a nationalist, hashtag America. He knew that when the market went down and then came back up again, mortgage-backed securities did okay. And mortgage-backed securities are when a bank wants to sell the debt that you have on your house. So they can actually recoup early by selling it on the open market, on the bond market. They sell your debt to another party, and then the other party gets the interest and gets the return on investment. And the bank can therefore get their cash and then go loan it out to somebody else. And the stock market's not doing well. These alternative investments that don't return that much, maybe 3-4%, they do a lot better because they're safer investments in a volatile market. The mortgage rates go down. Banks don't have to charge more if they can cash out for more. It's just a natural thing that happens on the free market. So when the stock market's going up and down, mortgage interest rates come down too. So when the mortgage-backed securities go up, the mortgage interest rates go down. When the real estate sector goes up, so do the mortgage-backed security sector. So the real estate sector is basically real estate investment trusts or big real estate investment companies like Trump has. Those are his peers, so to speak. So when they do well, generally he does well. When the stock market does iffy, the real estate sector goes up. When the stock market goes up, the real estate sector does iffy. When the stock market goes down, the real estate sector goes down. So all he has to do is make sure the stock market doesn't go down and the real estate sector won't go down. He won't lose any money. So essentially the trade wars create a lower interest rate so that he can capitalize. What does that mean? So his style of company that he owns, he makes money when people pay him rent. and he makes it on the spread. So let's say it costs him 3.5% a year because of the mortgage rate, and he's able to collect about 7%. So he's making 50% margin. When the mortgage interest rates come down from 3.5% down to 3, it may seem like a small thing. It's only 0.5%, but it's actually a huge part, because it's not just 0.5%. It's 0.5 of 7, so it's 1/14. So his profit is, what is that, 8% or something? It goes up 8%. That's ridiculous. So he can actually refinance properties at the lower interest rate and get more money. That's what he's trying to do. So with all this, the way he's handling his meetings is creating stock market volatility. And if you follow the stocks, like if you have a 401k and you're in the stock market, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is this is really frustrating, because every time Trump makes a tweet, the stock market reacts. Now, if the stock market tanks, his business tanks too. So he's personally invested in this. So if you like this video, be sure to comment, like, subscribe. If you would like something to comment about, tell me sometime an opportunist did something you didn't like. Maybe it was an ambulance that you saw rush by, and then you saw someone jump out of line and follow the ambulance. I'd really like to get over there into that lane and go fast and get around this traffic and be home. So comment below.